What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, and it is Saturday, so you know what that means. It is time for another Madden 21 rebuild. And today, we are rebuilding the New England Patriots. Now, the New England Patriots, they're not the worst team in Madden. They're like the third worst team in Madden, behind like the Bengals, the Jets, the Panthers are down there too. And then you have like these piddly Patriots. The piddly Patriots, that's what we'll call them. Now, the piddly Patriots are no longer a dynasty, as you can tell by looking at their roster. There are a lot of places, a lot of pieces that are going to be moved. There are a lot of people that are going to be traded away from here. You know, Stephon Gilmore, we do like him. He's the one. He's the highest rated cornerback in the game, Stephon Gilmore. But who knows? Maybe we'll trade him because we got some decent. We have decent cornerbacks coming around back here, but maybe we'll see what we can get for these guys as well. We do need to upgrade our middle linebackers, or our linebackers for sure, possibly a safety. Devin McCourty needs to stay in there as well. We do like him unless we can get something for him. I know the McCourty brothers aren't like the youngest pair in the world anymore. Cam Newton. I don't know if Cam Newton is going to be the QB of the future, QB1 for the Patriots for this coming sim season at least. And Julian Edelman, I think that he's going to be done too. I think we're going to have to trade him away and see what we can get for him. So let's jump in and see what we can find for our players. So we're going to jump right in and possibly trade away like Cam right off the bat, maybe. Is anybody out there interested in Cam? Hey, the Bears are interested in Cam Newton. Who do they have for their quarterback? Nobody. They don't have squat. But maybe they have a tight end or something that we could take, like a Jimmy Graham. He's out. He's 33 years old though. He's out there. He's not. He's not that good. Khalil Mack. I mean, what are they? Do they like that trade? What do you got? What do you want? I mean, that's not too bad of a trade for Khalil Mack. That's almost halfway where it needed to be at. What about middle linebacker? Who you got out there? Roquan Smith. I highly, highly doubt that we would even get close. Oh, we almost got a very young Roquan Smith for Cam Newton, who is not the best quarterback in the world. But I mean, what else do you need? You want a right guard out there? We got a right guard. You can have this guy. I mean, is that something you might be interested in? No? Okay, I didn't think so, but whatever. Maybe a fullback? What about him? You want a fullback? That's pretty close. And then you wanted, what was it, the right guard over there? Let's take a look here. A right guard. We're going to give you 3 of the things you wanted. No, you don't want any of that. What else do you want? A middle linebacker and a right end? Who's our middle linebacker? Well, you're getting rid of Roquan Smith, but we used 2 middle linebackers in our defense. So Hightower is 30 years old though, bro. Alright, so we're going to give you Terez Hall, middle linebacker. There you go. So you got 3 players for my 1. Or you got 3 players for 1. And we just did ourselves a nice little trade there. We're going to have to get ourselves a QB. But who is next on the chopping block is the question. Do we want to put Stephon Gilmore up on the trade block? How old is he? 29 years old? Alright. Who is interested in Stephon Gilmore? You guys are? I mean, do you got a QB? Who can we get for a quarterback? Should we go Packers? Do you think we could get Aaron Rodgers? Could you imagine Jair Alexander on the same team as Stephon Gilmore? And let's put another pick in there just to see if it's even a possibility. No, it's not. What about that? Is that a possibility? It's not. Do you think we can do 1-for-1? I mean, it might be possible. Let's see. No, they're not going to do it. Okay. I didn't think they would do it, but let's see what else is out there. Maybe we can get ourselves a decent quarterback. Maybe a David Carr, but look at all that cap he's coming with, dude. I don't like that at all. Lamar Jackson, it's not going to happen, bro. But maybe like Drew Brees coming in there to play at the end of his career to come and give it one last shot with the New England Patriots for Stephon Gilmore. Okay, so we got ourselves a quarterback, and we got ourselves a first and a second round draft pick for Stephon Gilmore. So now we need to do some more work. I don't know why it says we still need a quarterback. We're not going to worry about that right now. Okay. Oops, I don't want to go into free agency. My bad. So let's go back into the trade center. I don't know why it says we need a quarterback. We don't need a quarterback. We now have Drew Brees as our quarterback, right? Yup. He's just old. And, you know, Madden doesn't like that. It's very old when you have an old player. All right. Marcus Cannon. We need ourselves a right tackle. Maybe a tight end. Who are we looking at tight end right now? Holy buckets. We need to get a tight end in here, and we need to make it happen snappy. So let's look at some tight ends and see if we can find ourselves a decent one. Uzoma, Knox, Noah Fant, Young. A young tight end, maybe Austin Hooper. Gronk. Should we bring Gronk back into the fold over here in New England? I know he's getting kind of old as well, but we're looking for somebody who's maybe a little younger that might be a really good player to have. Do you think we could get Travis Kelce? What do you want for Travis Kelce? Can I give you a first round pick for him? I doubt it. That's pretty close, though. That's pretty close. First round pick. And what else do you want? You want a left outside linebacker? What about this guy? This guy, no? That moved it a little bit more, actually. What about a left end? You want a left end? Let's see what we got at left end out here. Winovich, John Simon, maybe? Oh. So maybe we'll do that. Is that still in the green now? It's still in the green. Okay. And what about you wanted a left tackle? Isaiah Wynn, Justin Herron. What about a center? No, we like our line. We love our line right now. All right, Jawan Bentley, who's a 74 overall. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna happen, boys. We'd have to give up too much for Travis Kelce. But is it worth it? I guess we'll never know. Boom, doom, doom, doom. All right. Trey Burton, no thanks. Pass. Mike Gesicki. He's going to be a decent tight end, I think. George Kittle. Probably the best tight end in the league. Him and Travis Kelce, for sure. All right, TJ Hawkinson. He's going to be a stud if he's not already. If you don't think so, I don't know what your issue is. Darren Waller. He's up there for being a great tight end too. Mark Andrews is young, not a very high cap hit. 88 overall, Mark Andrews. Should we go after Mark Andrews? What do you want from Mark Andrews? Can I give you a... You want a pick for him? I'll give you a pick for him. I'll give you a second round pick for him. Not even close, bruh. Not even close. What about a first rounder for Mark Andrews? Not even close, bruh. Not even close. What about the higher first round pick? That was close. Okay, so what else do you want? You want a right end or a right guard? You want Shaq Mason? No. You want a center? Oh, sorry. Okay. No, you don't want a center. Let's see. Left guard. I'll give you this guy. Look at that. I'll give you him. I'll give you Joe Thuney for Mark Andrews. I feel like might be able to get more out of you. It's possible, maybe. Can I get a first round pick? No? Okay. Alright, I'll give you Thuney. Thuney for Andrews. Not gonna happen, they said. Okay, so what if I give you... What if I give you a second round pick? I'll give you a second round pick and Thuney for Andrews. There you go. Okay, that's fair. That was fair. Alright, so we locked up that tight end spot. Let's take a look at our linebackers. We need a right outside linebacker and a left outside linebacker. Who's our right tackle again? We're sitting decent at right tackle. I mean, maybe, but he's just a lot of money. Right tackle, okay. We can go out and spend some money though. We got some money to blow for sure. All right, right tackle. We're gonna fill the needs. That's what we're doing. Filling the needs. Give me somebody who's got a lot of money in the cap hit. Who's gonna be a big, huge, nasty cap hit. But make him be a lot. Make him be like, decent. Tristan Wirfs. Oh my god. Kid is a stud already. There's not really many right tackles out there that are costing a lot of money. We might have the one that, costs the most right now. And he's really not even that good. Trent Brown, Rob Havenstein, Orlando Brown Jr., Morgan Moses. Yeah, there's not much out there. For a right tackle, though, I mean, there's just really not a lot. Tristan Wirfs is like it. Brian Balaga. And he's old too. Alright. What are we waiting to spend our money on, huh? Should we go after Lane Johnson? He's 30 years old. Not much of a cap hit. And I didn't think you'd want my right tackle. So you want a left end. You want this guy? You want John Simon? Okay. That moved the bar a little bit. You also want a quarterback? I got you a quarterback right here. Jared Stidham. He's only 24 years old. That didn't really do much, so I'm not going to... Alright. And I don't really have much for left tackle either. I mean, I got Justin Herron. You might want him? Nah. Alright. We're going to move on. Maybe we won't worry about the right tackle situation so much. Who's got a decent fullback? I mean, really. Maybe a left outside linebacker. Let's go left outside linebacker. Alright. We play the 3-4 is what we play for defense. Or was it the Patriots play for defense. Alright. Jamie Collins. Zadarius Smith. I highly doubt we could get him, but maybe it's possible. Matthew Judon. All right, who's going to cost a lot of money? Again, looking at the big cap hit, Anthony Barr, 10 million, 17 million for Khalil Mack. You want to give me Khalil Mack for a first round pick? What about a right guard? What are we looking at right guard? Shaq Mason, middle linebacker, quarterback, right end. Do you want Dietrich Wise? What about Lawrence Guy? Give you Lawrence Guy. No? Okay. What about this guy? No, nothing. I don't really have much that you want, dude. I got some draft picks. Was that even worth it to you, though? That's close. We're getting closer. I'll give you a first round pick and maybe a fourth round pick for Khalil Mack. No? You're not going to do that for me? What about a first round this year and a second round next year for Khalil Mack? That's close. First round this year, second round next year, and how about a fourth round next year? That's probably not going to happen. Will you do a third round next year? How close are we getting? It's probably not going to work. First round this year, a second round next year, and a third round. First and a third this year. Nope. Am I going to have to give a first and 2 seconds? For Mac Attack, Khalil Mack. So, if I do this, I also want to get something else that I might possibly need. What do you have a fullback? You got a decent fullback? You don't. What about right outside linebacker? Because I know I already took Roquan Smith from you. You want to give me... I already took Roquan Smith, bro. You want to give me a second round pick at least? Back? No? I can't do this with you. I just can't even do it. So let's keep on moving along. Josh Bynes, AJ Klein, Von Miller. I don't want to do Von Miller. I've already done him. But Shaquille Barrett, maybe? What do you want for Shaquille Barrett? Will you take a first round pick for him? Maybe a first round pick for him? You want to give me something else too? Maybe a second? No? You want to just do a first round pick straight up? Okay, that was close. So what else do you need? You need a left end. I'll give you John Simon and a first rounder for Barrett. Let's go. Okay. So we got our left outside linebacker position taken care of. Now we need a right outside linebacker. Our linebackers are going to be absolute studs, by the way. I've still got plenty of cap room. So let's see what we can do with this. Who's out there trying to spend some money? Who wants some money? I'll pay you. You come and play for the Patriots, I'll play for you. Preston Smith wants some money. Who else we got? Who is that? And Yannick Ngakoue. 12 million is what he wants. He's trash right now, though, too. It's possible. Alright, Bud Dupree. You want a lot of money. Eric Wilson. Bradley Chubb would be a beast to have. I'm looking at Pierre Paul outside over here just because I know he's 31. But I might be able to get him for cheaper. Let's see. What do you want? Right guard? No. What about left tackle? What are we looking at there? Isaiah Wynn? No. Left outside linebacker. I mean, maybe. You want Brandon Copeland? Oh, that was kind of close. So I'm going primarily on defense right now, and I feel like this might be it for us. Because I forgot about going after offense as well. So we're gonna fill this need. How about Copeland in a sixth? No, almost. Copeland in a fifth for Pierre Paul. And we got a wide receiver. You guys got a lot of wide receivers. Maybe Antonio Brown. What do you think? No? Let's go after Pierre Paul, and let's also go after. What do you want from Mike Evans? I didn't think so. So what about Copeland in a second? No, I didn't think so. Alright, Copeland and I'll take Godwin for a third round pick. No, maybe a second round pick. No, I'd have to give up a first round pick. But I might be able to pull this off if I go after, say, like Antonio Brown. He's 32 though, bro. He's getting up there in age. But that's all right. Ooh. A third round pick, and what else do you want? You want a quarterback? I got you. Maybe Jared Stidham. There you go. For Jason Pierre-Paul and Antonio Brown. Okay. So we still need to. Let's see what else we got going on here. We got our quarterback is good. Running back we're going to leave alone. Wide receivers, we will put Edelman up on the trade block just to see if anybody has any kind of interest in him at all. I don't think anybody will, but I just wanted to double check it. I don't see anybody wanting him. He's super old and his cap is relatively high at $7 million. But I think that Edelman is just, this is it for you, dude. Alright. I'm going to go through. Oops. Does anybody even want wide receivers? Is there anybody out there looking for a wide receiver at all? I have the perfect wide receiver for you, Indianapolis Colts. And I'll take a right tackle. Braden Smith. I'll take a Braden Smith for my Julian Edelman. No? You don't want him? What about I give you Julian Edelman for, and you don't even have a fullback, bro. You don't even have a fullback, bro. For this guy, Bobby Okereke. 79 for 78, man. Whoa! Hey. Okay. I'll trade you Edelman And I will also give you, what else do you want? You want a fullback? I think I have two fullbacks. No, I don't. And a left end. Oh. A middle linebacker. Maluia. There we go. I got my right outside linebacker position covered now. So I'd still like to get another wide receiver. I think now. Let's just run through it one more time. Got a few minutes left of kind of trading around before I sim the season to see what happens. Should we go after like a stud running back maybe? We have Antonio Brown and Marquise Lee. Okay. We're definitely probably going to want another wide receiver. I think our line is pretty decent. D tackle would be nice to get. Right outside linebackers are good. I have an older one and a younger one now at right outside linebacker. My cornerbacks are still great. I got two top tier or decent young cornerbacks with Jason McCourty in the slot still. Devin McCourty, Patrick Chung. So the defense is stacked, ready to go. Maybe let's go after a stud running back, possibly, or another wide receiver. So who's got running backs, or who's got a good running back for me? Marlon Mack, Zeke. Anybody, you want to trade me Zeke for a first round pick? I will give you Zeke for a first round pick. You want that? There you go. There you go. Not gonna happen, bro. 88 overall, Ezekiel Elliott. He's kind of dropped off and kind of like being forgotten about, but I mean, he's still gonna be a great running back. So, Saquon Barkley. I guarantee you that would never happen. Frank Gore is still in the league. Adrian Peterson, Aaron Jones, Christian McCaffrey, Cam Akers. Let's take a look. See what else we got up here. Was that Latavius Murray? Yeah. Chris Carson is interesting. James Conner is kind of interesting. David Johnson dropped off. Derrick Henry. Dalvin Cook, definitely not getting him. You think about all this, and Joe Mixon is still only 24 years old. What do you want? You want a first round pick for Joe? What about a first, a fourth, and a fifth for Joe Mixon? Not gonna happen, bro. But I feel like I'd be more confident if we got. Should we go for it? Alright. We're going to try Zeke again. Let me see how close this was. That was in the red. So we'll give you a first, a fourth, a fifth. How close does this get us? Even kind of close? Alright. A first and a second for Ezekiel Elliott. That was close. Alright. What are we going to have to give you to make this happen? You want a center? This guy. And he fits your scheme and everything. Are you happy? We just got ourselves a stud running back for our team. Ezekiel Elliott. Now, maybe we'll trade away Sony Michel to a team that needs him. And we'll take another wide receiver and Amari Cooper. How close does that get us? Not even kind of close. We're going to give you a very young, beautiful wide receiver for Devontae Parker. Because why not? Let's go. So we completely have revamped our wide receiver core. Should we go one more? What do we got? Maybe another minute or so worth of trading. One more trade. James White, Rex Burkhead. Is anybody interested in Rex Burkhead? He's a 30-year-old running back. No? Nobody? No? Nobody? Nothing? Alright. This is going to be the last one. Do I got any picks left to use? I got a fourth, a fifth, a sixth. I got a first and a second and a third I can use for next year's draft. And I'd like a third wide receiver. And that third wide receiver is going to be Odell Beckham Jr. Let's do it. Let's go. Okay. So we're set with our wide receivers. We've got 3 stud wide receivers, a great offense. Let's look at the team one more time before we do this sim and see what happens. All right, so this is the new team. We made a few improvements on the line. Not really. Not really any huge improvements on the offensive line. Our right tackle spot, I'm still worried about that right there. But if you look, now we got Mark Andrews at tight end, Antonio Brown, Odell Beckham Jr., and Devontae Parker are our 1, 2, and 3 wide receivers. Ezekiel Elliott at running back, Drew Brees at quarterback. Now look at this defense. Winovich, Butler, Guy. We really didn't do anything up here. Middle linebackers looking good. Shaquille Barrett out here and Jason Pierre-Paul. Yeah. We got ourselves 1 X factor on offense and 1 on defense. 2 superstars on offense and 1 on defense. All right, folks. We are going to sim it up and see what we can do with the piddly Patriots, who now have seemingly turned themselves into the promising Patriots. So we'll see if we can at least just take the division. It's a possibility, I think. There's a possibility of it happening. But we shall see if we can make it happen. You know, I like the Drew Brees trade. I like getting him. We got him for relatively easy. It was not very expensive to do at all. But getting Cam Newton out of there was pretty huge for us. We'll just do the upgrades real quick. It's 1 N'Keal Harry. Is it N'Keal or N'Keal? I don't know, however you might want to say it. I've always kind of gotten in there, make the playoffs. We don't really do that in the sim, but we'll just throw it up there anyway, see if it makes a difference. Okay, we're simming to the mid-season checkpoint. Hopefully we don't have any big injuries. I know that sucked with the Kansas City Chiefs rebuild last week, but man, we need to hope and pray that we don't have any injuries this time around. Because last one, I think, with the Chiefs rebuild last week, we ended up being 3-5 at the halfway point, and that was because Josh Allen, the quarterback that we traded for, got hurt in game 3. So for this team, if barring injuries for this team, I'm saying that we're gonna be I don't know, optimistic 5-3, maybe 4-4 at the midway point. we'll take a look at the other teams in the division as well as we go along. Real quick. All right. At the mid-season mark, we are 5-2 after week 8. I'll take that. Heck yeah. And we have a commanding lead in the division. The Bills are behind us at 4-4. Dolphins are 3-5, and the Jets are just being the Jets down there at 2-6. So we have the lead in the division. Now let's send to the playoffs and see if we can make it there. Hoping that this team kind of just holds it together for the next few weeks, or the next 8 weeks, I guess, trying to get to the playoffs. I do hope you guys enjoy these rebuilds that I do. And I'm excited to do them in Madden 22. So if we do one every week on Saturdays, I think that might be a thing. But we'll see. We will see. If you guys want me to keep on doing these rebuilds, I definitely will. Because I actually do have a lot of fun doing it. So, alright, we are coming up towards the end of the regular season. Hoping and praying that our 5-2 division leading at the halfway point piddly Patriots, or promising Patriots, rather, keep the promises that they've been making and make the playoffs at the very least. We go from being 5-2 at the midseason mark to, let's take a look. We made it to the wild card. Wow. We are in the wild card playoff matchup against the 9-7 Broncos. We did win the division, so we are playing at home. And we won the division by a lot. This next closest team to us was 4 games behind us from even kind of. As you can see, the team is advancing and getting better and better. 84 overall. We'll do the upgrades right quick. Yes, sir. And then, we'll sim these playoffs and see what happens. Let's look at the bracket real quick, just before we do it. The Browns, which Madden just absolutely loves, got the #1 spot in the playoffs. And we are down here in the #2 spot. We were probably a game out from getting that first spot, so it came down to the last couple weeks of the season, I'm assuming. So, okay. Here we go. We're going to advance the week. We're playing against the 9-7 Denver Broncos, dude. The Denver Broncos versus the New England Patriots in Gillette Stadium. We won. Oh, my goodness. We won big time against the Broncos. We won 45-14. And it looks like we might have got a weekly award, which we did. Josh Jackson, 7 tackles, 2 picks, and a touchdown. Cam Newton for the Chicago Bears. Yep. All right, we'll look at the playoff bracket again. And in the AFC side, it is the 1, 2, 3, 4 seed that are still in there. And on the NFC side, it is the 1, 3, 5, and 7. So you had a couple of upsets, it looks like. The Bears had a huge upset against the Eagles in the first round of the playoffs. They won 44-10. That's a huge win for them. Kind of like our game was huge as well when we won 45-14. So now we have the pleasure of playing against the Patrick Mahomes-led Kansas City Chiefs. And I do not like that, but our team is now 85 overall offense and defense to make it a solid 85. That is pretty darn good. Coming into the year, we were, a 78 or something like that, I think. Okay, let's see if we can make it to the AFC Championship match. Can we beat Patrick Mahomes in the... No, we cannot, and we lose a heartbreaker We lose a heartbreaker, 34-31 against the Kansas City Chiefs. That is just too bad. We go back down to 84, 85, 84. So that's how we're going to finish the year. We make it all the way to the AFC divisional playoffs, but could not overcome Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. We will take a look at the stats real quick for the year, just to see what we did. Drew Brees was second in the NFL with passing yards, 4,451 yards passing. 33 touchdowns, 12 picks. Rushing, Ezekiel Elliott had over 1,000 yards and 12 touchdowns. That's not too bad. And then our wide receivers, we did not have a 1,000-yard receiver. Because, I mean, looks like Drew Brees was spreading the wealth. And he threw it a lot to Mark Andrews, who had the most amount of catches. And second most touchdown behind Devontae Parker, who was in there. Antonio Brown had himself a decent year, but he only had 3 touchdowns. Mark Andrews and Odell Beckham were really good off as well. Take a look at the defense real quick. And it looks like Kyle Duggar, J.C. Jackson, Joe Juwan Williams all had 3 picks. Roquan Smith and Shaquille Barrett had 1 each. Yeah. Forced fumbles. Nobody had more than 1. What about sacks? Let's take a look at those real quick. Shaquille Barrett had 12.5, and nobody else was even kind of close. We had no defensive touchdowns. So let's take a look at the quick yearly awards. Deshaun Watson wins MVP of the league. Drew Brees comes in 8th for voting. Offensive Player of the Year, obviously, is Deshaun Watson again. And Drew Brees is 5th. And that's it for us. Defensive Player of the Year. Shaquille Barrett was 10th in voting. Offensive Rookie of the Year. We had nobody. Defensive Rookie of the Year. Kyle Duggar. Or Duggar. Teach me how to Duggar. Was 5th in Defensive Rookie of the Year voting. Best quarterback. We were at number 4. Zeke Elliott. Good old Ezekiel. Wins Running Back of the Year for the AFC, even above Derrick Henry. Joe Mixon is down there. Very good year for Mr. Zeke. And we didn't have anybody wide receivers in the top 10, but we had decent receivers all around. Shaq Mason and David Andrews make the top 10 for best O-line. And we had nobody for defensive line. Linebackers, Von Miller gets the top one. And then Shaq Barrett is in there. And Roquan Smith is also in the top 10. And we had no cornerbacks in the top 10 or safeties. Kicker. Our kicker was not in the top 10. And that's it, folks. That is the rebuild for the New England Patriots. Now, if you want me to, I can go back and do a year 2 for these rebuilds. I know we've done, this is our 4th rebuild now. I could always go back and do a year 2 type of rebuild, because I know that Madden 22 is coming around the corner. It's only a few weeks away. So we could focus on these 4 rebuilds and do another rebuild for each one of them and be done for our rebuilds for the year. And then start anew with Madden 22, because I don't want to do too many different rebuilds. So I do appreciate you guys stopping by, though, and that's something I just have to think about, I guess. I appreciate everything. I appreciate the views. I appreciate your comments. Let me know what you guys think of this rebuild. Was it realistic, or was it just another Madden rebuild? Do you think this is something that could happen? I don't know. But the Madden gods seem to make it so in this video game. I had a lot of fun with this one, you guys. So, we took our piddly Patriots and we turned them into the promising Patriots, and they ended up being the poor Patriots, who lost in the playoffs to the Kansas City Chiefs. So, thank you guys very much for stopping by. I love you. My name is Tyler, and I will see you guys next time.